People love seeing makeovers that reflect their aspirations, which is why home improvement shows have always been successful at attracting viewers. The Scott twins show, Property Brothers, airs on HGTV and ranks among the channel's most popular programs. Something unexpected happened to Drew along the way, though, and now everyone, including the twins, is confused. So what exactly transpired with Property Brothers' Drew Scott? Watching Drew and Jonathan on screen, giggling and acting out their antics on the show has become second nature to fans over the years. How the brothers got to where they are now is something that many may not know just yet. That could be greatly improved with some insight into their childhood. Their parents, Jim and Joanne Scott, were big influences in their decision to pursue a career in engineering, and their story begins in 1978 in Vancouver, Canada, when Drew and Jonathan were born as identical twins. As I was growing up, there was always some kind of show or performance. Their dad was a stuntman and actor in Hollywood until he retired to spend more time with his family. Having a guide by their side cleared the way for the brothers. The brothers' intentions to launch a real estate venture were initially shrouded in mystery. You might say their story was pretty unique. They may have begun their business endeavor as early as the age of 8, according to what is known. When they were 7 years old, their father urged them to get a job and would reward them financially when they completed significant chores around the house. So, at the tender age of 8, the brothers began crafting nylon-wrapped hangers. They peddled these door to door until they struck gold, when a client placed a large order for their wares. From that point on, the brothers' passion for home improvement took off, giving rise to one of the network's most groundbreaking series, Growth and Career. Even before making an appearance on Property Brothers, Drew had a strong desire to achieve great things. He began by performing in school plays and even trained to be a party clown, which was a huge moneymaker for his family back then. At first, Drew was serious about making it as a professional basketball player, but injuries cast doubt on his decision. He had no idea he was destined for greater things. Subsequently, Drew and his twin sister devoted themselves to building upon their father's initial performing career. As a result, we got to see Drew in a few films while he was a teenager, including the superhero flick Smallville, in which he doubled for Tom Welling. Plus, that was far from his only film appearance. He guest starred on Madison and Breaker High as well. After beginning his undergraduate studies at the University of Calgary with his other brother, Drew was forced to take a hiatus from acting. However, they eventually came to terms with the fact that they needed to find a way to support themselves financially while they were in school. They looked into real estate and leased a building which they renovated and then rented out to other students. It was the first step on a lengthy adventure. Following some bad experiences with realtors, they quickly began fixing up other buildings and selling them for profit. Drew even went so far as to get his own real estate license. Over time, this grew into what is now known as Scott Real Estate Company. When Drew was in their mid to late 30s, they had an epiphany. They had begun their real estate career as a means to an end, to save up enough money to launch their dream career in the entertainment industry. Thus, he relocated to Vancouver to enroll in acting classes, leaving Jonathan in charge of the real estate company. As he did so, he began to establish the connections he would need to thrive in the industry. It turned out, though, that he quickly racked up debt and needed to act swiftly to get out of debt. As a result, he established a Vancouver branch of the Scott real estate firm, which went on to become yet another prosperous enterprise for the Scott family. With Jonathan's design knowledge complemented by Drew's extroverted personality and negotiating abilities, they soon established themselves as an impressive duo. Finding people the homes of their dreams was more important to them than making a profit in the real estate industry. However, Drew remained adamant about making it big on television. In fact, they had even started a production company in 2002. Davidian Production Group was established by them and their older brother, J.D. Jonathan, meanwhile, kept their Calgary real estate company running. They were so good at home improvement, and Drew saw the possibility of a reality show combining their skills with his charisma and real estate acumen. They worked together to approach HGTV with a proposal for a program that would later be named Property Brothers. Cineflix, the show's producers, had grand plans for a reboot of the Realtor Idol formatted after American Idol, but a number of factors prevented the reboot from ever airing. The producers sought out a more cozy option, and the concept for My Dream Home was born. In the show, Drew would be paired with another female cast member to continue the story. But as the story progressed, Drew brought up the fact that he was traveling with his brother Jonathan, who had experience in the construction industry. Thankfully, they bought into the concept, and the show became known as the Property Brothers. This sparked an enchanting journey that has captivated viewers for years. Thankfully, HGTV picked up the show after realizing the potential of their idea. When the show first aired in 2011, it became a huge hit. As viewers watched the twins on Property Brothers, they saw how they assisted families in buying rundown houses, rehabilitating them within strict budget and time constraints, and finally, turning them into their dream homes. Drew played a pivotal role. He put his real estate expertise to work for the families, locating houses that were ideal for their needs and within their budgets. In order to get his clients the best deals, he used his skills in negotiation. The capacity to establish rapport with the families, however, was Drew's greatest asset. Because he could relate to their fears and hopes, he made the remodeling process much more bearable. There was more to the show than just improving the appearance of rundown houses. The show's central premise revolved on fulfilling the homeowners' aspirations through the transformation of their homes. The format of the show was actually pretty interesting, to be honest. From the thrill of house hunting to the dread of demolition and renovation, and finally, to the joy of seeing the completed dream home, we witnessed it all. It was more than just aesthetics. It struck an emotional chord with audiences. And just like that, Drew's long-awaited dream of making it big in Hollywood came true, maybe not in the way he had envisioned, but with something equally satisfying. The real estate career, which was initially intended to provide stability while they pursued their dreams, became deeply intertwined with that aspiration. The original show was so popular that it became the basis for several spin-offs. However, the story hit a snag not long after it began, which surprised viewers who had grown accustomed to seeing the brothers on screen together. It would behoove us to examine the achievements of Property Brothers before delving into that. The original Property Brothers were so popular that they spawned an entire empire of spin-offs, Brother versus Brother, in which the twins competed amicably by renovating separate properties within a predetermined budget and time frame, and Property Brothers Forever Home, which aimed to assist families in adapting their current homes to their changing needs, were both spin-offs of the original series. Each one had its own special charm that drew in viewers. As if that weren't enough to propel the show to stardom, Drew and his brother also ventured into the realm of celebrity home improvement in Celebrity IOU. The brothers weren't the only famous people involved with the show. They also managed to get other celebrities to appear in this spin-off. It was already entertaining, but seeing famous people pitch in with the Property Brothers added another level of fun. Scott Brothers Entertainment, their production company, maintained its dominance in the house renovation television industry by consistently releasing successful shows. For 7 seasons, the show was a smashing success, continuing to build upon its initial success while drawing in ever-increasing audiences. The 7th season debuted in September 2019, but viewers noticed that Drew was absent for a while, so they started to wonder what was going on with him. The story went like this. Drew had left the show due to some rifts between the brothers, and no one knew why. Later in 2019, though, Drew was honest about his struggles. He admitted to having health issues and that doctors were attempting to diagnose them. The brothers' once fulfilling dreams seemed doomed the moment it appeared to be about to crumble. With Drew uncertain about the prognosis, the family was undoubtedly through a trying period. The doctors needed more time to confirm it. Health issues and challenges. The fact that Drew had to deal with his own problems, despite living the glamorous life on TV, was a rude awakening for the audience. Since his fans had hoped he would recover from his mysterious illness, the 2019 revelation that he had been fighting it for over a year prompted them to reflect. He outlined his symptoms, which included a heightened sensitivity to heat, gastrointestinal problems, and flu-like symptoms. Apparently, he needed to take medication multiple times a day and couldn't do anything physically demanding. As his health worsened and his ability to work diminished, the terror intensified. Having Jonathan take over the show while he was away from filming was a good compromise, but it couldn't compare to the charisma of having both of them on set. At that moment, many began to realize that what had been an incredible journey was coming to a close. Drew vented his anger and fear about his health problems on social media. Even the Scotts weren't sure what was going on, which was the most bizarre part of the whole thing. A correct diagnosis took quite a while for Drew to get. The root of his illness was initially a mystery to the medical community. The connection between Drew's chronic fatigue syndrome and mercury poisoning was only discovered after the fact. It became crystal clear after that revelation that Drew might die as a result if something wasn't done to fix the situation. He made a full recovery after undergoing a battery of tests and treatments, but the ordeal had an indelible mark on him. Because of Drew's health scare, I realized how critical it is to look after myself emotionally and physically. He pushed for viewers to make health a priority and became a champion for self-care. His fans who had been through tough times related to his candor about his struggles. With his full recovery under his belt, Drew is back on the show, injecting it with the charisma it sorely needed. Hopefully, the brothers will never again be a cause for concern, family, and love. We can move on to Drew's private life now. Although the show's main focus is on assisting families in finding their ideal homes, Drew did find love in 2010. At a bar in Los Angeles, he met venture capitalist Linda Fan. It would be remiss of Drew Scott to leave out his wonderful wife, Linda Fan, from his story. Their bond exemplifies the adage that opposites attract, since Linda hails from a completely different world than Drew's flourishing real estate and renovation industry. The year 2010 was the starting point, and the City of Angels was the setting. Drew met Linda at a bar after his success from filming the early episodes of The Property Brothers. Their bond wasn't driven by stardom, unlike many Hollywood encounters. They became close because of their common enthusiasm for exploring the world. Though Linda, a thriving venture capitalist, was never one for the limelight, she couldn't help but admire Drew's vivacity and enthusiasm. Thanks to their common interests and admiration for one another's work, their friendship flourished. Although Drew's charisma and extroversion won Linda over, she kept him grounded with her intelligence and determination. Trust, support, and a love of adventure served as the cornerstones upon which they constructed a solid foundation. Drew felt ready to commit after 8 years of dating. They had a stunning Italian wedding ceremony in 2018 to tie the knot. Family and friends gathered to celebrate Drew and Linda's love at the ceremony, which was captured in the TLC special, Drew and Linda Say I Do. The special gave viewers a window into their personal lives and the strong bond they had with one another. The birth of their son, Parker James Scott, in 2022 added a thrilling new chapter to their love story. Being a father added a whole new level of complexity to Drew's life. We often catch glimpses of their blissful life together on social media, and he still manages to balance his hectic job with his family obligations. Despite having a thriving career, Linda wholeheartedly embraces her role as a mother, a real power couple, Drew and Linda. Both have achieved phenomenal success on their own, and they encourage and uplift one another in the pursuit of their goals. When it comes to entertainment and home improvement, Drew is king, and when it comes to money, Linda is queen. Their relationship is further complicated by their different professional backgrounds. Despite their hectic schedules, they make time to spend with one another and talk frankly about the ups and downs of being parents. Watching them discover love and lay the groundwork for a happy family life is an inspiration to everyone. Now that he has overcome his health scare, Drew is returning to his passion, assisting families in purchasing their dream homes. With each new episode, the Property Brothers managed to keep viewers hooked and increase the show's massive popularity. The brothers' production company, Scott Brothers Entertainment, will debut new shows in 2024, as revealed by HGTV towards the end of last year. Backed by the Bros was one of the 2 shows that were scheduled to air, and it was about the duo assisting other entrepreneurs in making the most of their huge investments. Additionally, Property Brothers has Don't Hate Your House. People who are already unhappy with their home's condition will be helped by this last one, which will bring new life to their homes. They also revealed a new Celebrity IOU episode, which will be significantly more interesting than the previous ones. Backed by the Bros is set to debut on HGTV on June 5th and will consist of 10 episodes. Anyone interested in learning from the brothers' real estate expertise can do so on this show. We are eagerly anticipating this. Drew and Jonathan, who are both actors, have other interests outside of their work in film. They've kept their private lives intact while pursuing all their passions, proving that they're multi-talented. Environmental sustainability is another area that Drew is very interested in. Sustainable practices are always a part of his and Jonathan's renovations. Lovely houses, in their view, can also be sustainable. In terms of the future, Drew doesn't appear to be slowing down. In the entertainment industry, he keeps looking for new opportunities. He has also written books on home design and renovation, which he co-wrote with Jonathan. Not only that, but Scott Brothers Entertainment has also seen tremendous success, with a number of shows in its roster. Scott Brothers Entertainment is responsible for the following television series: a spin-off of the hit House Hunters series. Amazing Water Homes follows a family as they look for the waterfront home of their dreams. In the charity event The Great Give Back, Melissa McCarthy and Jenna Perusic, the actress's cousin, help worthy families improve their homes. Here we have a documentary-style series called Trixie Motel, which follows Drew and Jonathan Scott as they restore a historic Palm Springs motel. The show Trading Up with Mandy Renahan pairs interior designer Mandy with families who are planning to sell their current home in order to trade up to a larger property. The mini-series Drew's Dream Car chronicles the protagonist, Drew, as he attempts to fix up a vintage vehicle. In addition to the new shows they're producing with HGTV for Property Brothers this year, they still have a few more shows in the works. An inspiring story is Drew Scott's. In addition to being an accomplished businessman, real estate agent, and TV personality, he is a devoted family man and doting spouse and parent. His ups and downs have taught viewers to be optimistic in the face of adversity, put their health and family first, and pursue their dreams. We appreciate you coming along as we explore Drew Scott's life. We pray that his story enlightened and motivated you. For more content about your favorite home renovation shows, like and subscribe if you're a fan of the Property Brothers. Enjoy yourself until our paths cross again.